Welcome again to this channel. We have discussed the question that we have to find the equation of line segment joining these two points in the Cartesian plane. We begin with the equation of line segment in complex plane. If Z is a complex variable, A and B are fixed complex numbers, then this equation mod Z minus A plus mod Z minus B is equal to mod B minus A. This represents straight line segment joining points A and B. In other words, locus of set of all complex number which satisfy this equation is a straight line segment joining A and B. Now we prove this. Suppose Z lies on the straight line segment joining A and B. That is, Z is any point between A and B. Then clearly this distance mod Z minus A and this distance mod B minus Z, and this sum of these two distances is equal to this distance mod B minus A. So if Z lies on the straight line segment joining A and B, then we have this equation. Conversely, suppose Z satisfies this equation, then we have to show that Z lies on the straight line segment joining A and B. Now this equation 1 can be written as subtracting Z and adding Z. So right hand side can be written like this. Now squaring both sides, this is just a real number. Square is this, and we can square this by using relation mod Z1 plus Z2 whole square is equal to mod Z1 square plus mod Z2 square plus 2 real part of Z1 Z2 bar. So we have this equation. Cancelling the terms, these two terms, we see that this implies that mod Z minus A mod Z minus B is equal to real part of B minus Z, Z minus A conjugate. Equivalently, we can write mod Z is equal to mod Z bar. So writing here Z bar, that is Z conjugate minus A conjugate. This expression is equal to this expression, and here this equal Z conjugate minus A conjugate. So we know real part of Z is equal to mod Z if and only if Z is a non-negative real number. And for a non-negative real number, conjugate transpose of it must be equal to itself. So we have this equation, and on simplifying we have this equation because B minus Z conjugate is B conjugate minus Z conjugate, and here Z conjugate is Z minus A conjugate is A. Also conjugate of Z1 Z2 is equal to Z1 conjugate into Z2 conjugate. Now this last equation implies this, and then we have this equation. On multiplying iota both sides, ultimately we get this relation. Now note that coefficient of Z bar, this is conjugate of this expression. So if we write this alpha, then this is alpha bar. And note that this is purely imaginary, and on multiplying with iota we get a real constant C. And this is standard equation of straight line. Also, if we put Z is equal to A here and Z bar A bar, this equation is satisfied. Also put Z is equal to B, Z bar is equal to B conjugate, this equation is satisfied. So this is equation of straight line. passing through A and B. So if we have mod z minus a plus mod z minus b is equal to mod b minus a, then this implies that z lies on the straight line passing through a and b. Also, if we have this relation mod z minus a plus mod z minus b is equal to mod b minus a, then we calculate that mod z minus a plus b by 2 is equal to half this z minus a plus z minus b mod, and on using triangle inequality this is less than equal to this expression, but this is equal to mod b minus a. So mod z minus a plus b by 2 is equal to mod b minus a by 2. What is this? This is a disk with center a plus b by 2 and radius mod b minus a by 2 and is a closed disk. Also note that if we write here a, then this equal mod b minus a by 2, and also for b this equal mod b minus a by 2. This means the points a and b lie on the circumference of the circle correspond to this disk. Also, distance between a and b is mod b minus a, which is twice the radius of this disk. So we conclude from this that A and B are endpoints of the diameter of the circle correspond to this disk. So what we have from first equation, we find that Z lies on the straight line passing through A and B. And from this last second inequality, we have Z lies in this disk. So what we have, Z lies on the line segment joining A and B. So this mean mod z minus a plus mod z minus b is equal to mod b minus a represents a straight line segment joining A and B. So this is in complex plane. Now equivalently, we can discuss the equation of line segment in Cartesian plane joining these 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2. Take A to be this x1 plus iota y1, B x2 plus iota y2, z is equal to x plus iota y. Then equation 1. This is same, this equation. Now we can, in place of this, we have under root x minus x1 square plus y minus y1 square. And in place of z minus b, we have this expression, and right hand side is this. So it will represent a straight line segment joining x1, y1 and x2, y2. We can directly prove this. Writing right hand side as subtracting minus x, adding x, minus y, y. Then squaring it and simplifying the expression, we have this relation. Again, squaring both sides, we have this equation. And this is just this whole square. This equal to 0, and this implies this equation. That is x and y satisfy this equation. And this is the equation of straight line passing through x1, y1 and x2, y2. Also from 3 and 4, as we have calculated in case of complex numbers by using triangle inequality. Correspond to that, we have here this expression less than equal to this, and this is given to be equal to this. So what is this? Again, we have disk and center x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, and radius this right hand side expression. So what we have here, x and y lie on the this straight line and also inside the disk. So this gives a, this mean the given equation, this last equation is equation of straight line segment passing through x1 y1 and x2 y2. Note that equation of line segment joining A and B can be written in parametric form as zt is equal to 1 minus ta plus tb. T varies from 0 to 1. But without using any inequality, this equation represents straight line segment joining A and B. It may also be noted here that similar arguments are used in literature to discuss equality sign in triangle inequality. The triangle inequality says that mod z1 plus z2 is less than equal to mod z1 plus mod z2. One can find following two proofs of this inequality in textbooks. If z1 plus z2 is equal to 0, then clearly this left hand side is 0. So inequality 7 is then obviously true. If z1 plus z2 is not equal to 0, then note that this expression mod z1 over z1 plus z2 plus mod z2 over z1 plus z2 is greater than equal to this real part of z1 over z1 plus z2, real part of z2 over z1 plus z2. Why? Because mod of z is always greater than equal to real part of z. So this is greater than equal to real part of this, and this is greater than equal to real part of this. And this expression equal to real part z1 plus z2 over z1 plus z2 is equal to 1. So this implies mod z1 plus z2 is greater than equal to mod z1 plus z2. Alternatively, the standard proof of this is we write mod z1 plus z2 square. We can write this equal mod z1 square plus mod z2 square plus 2 real part z1 z2 bar. Again, using this, real part of z is less than equal to mod z. So here we have this inequality, and for this we have 2 z1 z2 bar, because this is less than equal to this expression. Now mod z1 z2 bar is equal to mod z1, then mod z2 bar, and mod z2 bar is same as mod z2. So we have this expression, and this is this whole square, and this clearly implies this triangle inequality. Our point here is in equality sign. Equality sign will hold in this triangle inequality if and only if in this step we have equality sign here. That is real part of z1 z2 bar is equal to mod z1 z2 bar. This. But real part of z is equal to mod z if and only if z is real and non-negative. Let z greater than 0 indicate that z is real and positive. Otherwise, we do not have order relation in complex numbers. But z greater than 0 indicate z is real and positive. So equality holds in this triangle inequality if and only if from here z1 z2 conjugate is greater than equal to 0. Now if z2 is not equal to 0, then multiply and divide by z2. So this holds if and only if this holds when z2 is not equal to 0. And since mod z2 square is always non-negative, so this holds if and only if z1 over z2 is non-negative. So what we have, if z1 is 0 or z2 is 0, then clearly triangle inequality becomes equality. If z1 is not equal to 0, z2 is not equal to 0, then equality holds in triangle inequality if and only if this z1 over z2 is strictly greater than 0. That is z1 over z2 is positive. Also, argument of a positive real number is 0, and conversely. So equality holds in triangle inequality if and only if argument of z1 over z2 is equal to 0. Equivalently, argument of z1 is equal to argument of z2. And note that we are using only principal value of the argument of complex numbers. Further, arguments of two complex numbers are equal if and only both the number lies on a ray originating from origin. So equality holds in triangle inequality if z1 and z2 lies on a ray originating from origin. That is in any line which begins from origin, either this ray or this or this. That is, it must not cross origin. This is on triangle inequality and line segment. In the next video, we will discuss Cauchy inequality. Thank you. Okay.